Hello? Of course. Already have a troubleshooting thing to figure out. My OBS screen has frozen again. See if I can figure this out or fix this. I don't understand it. There gotta be a way to fix this. I was able to fix it live once before. I got technical difficulties, Keylok. The OBS capture. So I fixed my camera. I was able to fix my camera, I think, so it stops freezing, and I like adjusted it. I don't know what the I fucking hate all of this. Um, so I was able to fix the camera. So this is like the lighting. I don't think I'm like fully 60 frames. It might be a little um it's still dark, but it's not as like blue. Like I updated the firmware on the camera, and this is without any lights on in the room. Yeah, I messed around because I don't want to. I hate playing with lights on. I don't want some fucking. I bought one of these stupid uh ring lights, like a really like a small, inexpensive. It's an Elgato brand, I think it was. But it feels like I'm like being interrogated. So like I hate figuring out lighting. I just have a ceiling fan light in this room. This is like my office gaming room. Um, for lighting purposes, and I like playing games in the dark. I like having no lights on when I'm playing stuff. I know that looks like shit, or it usually looks like shit on the camera. So like I toyed with the settings and watched some stupid YouTube videos to get the camera looking like okay-ish for it being dark in the room. And so I think the whatever option I chose, the frame rate's not like 60. It might be a little like 30 esque if I'm moving around or doing like movements. It's not like fully whatever. But now the I- so I figured that out, I think, and I don't think the camera's freezing anymore. But or no, I know, but like the other issue I've been having is whenever I change scenes from the coming soon to like the live game scene, the capture for the game, so like what is it, capture device, like the Elgato, I have like the 4K S plus or whatever, it freezes, and I don't know if it has something. I've looked up so much shit, I've watched so many videos, um, and I just I can't, I don't understand anything. Hold on, I was trying to like debunk it or figure it out live because I fixed it before live without shutting it all down. Yeah, it like freezes. Specifically, it'll freeze as soon as I change screen. So, or scenes rather. So, like, say my starting soon. Here's my starting soon. The fucking, and it doesn't. It's not like that when I'm like when like right before I'm launching and I'm testing it. I'm going back and forth and I do recordings just to test it. And some usually it works when I'm recording. And then for whatever reason, whenever I go live, and I switch to the live scene where the game is, the fucking capture device is frozen. So I don't, and I usually have to shut the whole stream down, and I never want to stream ever again after that. So, um, I mean, no, other than, um, no, there wouldn't be. It's only the only source or the only thing it's hooked up to is my, is this OBS, and everything's updated, all updated firmware on everything. It's been happening for a while. It's ever since I've gotten this 4K one, and I don't know if it's something to do with the port that it's in. It could be the USB port on the computer because it has to be. Um, oh, I don't know. How would where would I even go for that? Like just like Task Manager or something? I'm not like super computer savvy. Yeah, that's I think it's a port issue. I think it's something to do with the port that it's going into, but I know I'm putting it into like the proper port because my PC is like a decent rig and it has the port specifically for it. Um well, so I never had this problem before. I was using a regular Elgato, not the SD 4K plus or whatever. And then I up because that was giving me some issues or it was causing some weird display issues on my TV, so I bought a new one. But then I bought like the 4K one, and I've been having issues since with the freezing. What if I deactivate and let it sit for a sec? Yeah, it's for. I mean, I'm pressing buttons on my controller and my TV. It's moving and acting normal. It's the capture that's not like reflecting anything. It's just completely frozen. I'm gonna get up. All right, I could try that. Hey, I think that fixed it. Hold on. I think that worked. I don't even know why I didn't think about trying to delete it, and I deleted it live without having to close it down. Hold on. I got to resize it though. hate resizing this shit because like it's so hard. I'm trying to look at it from my monitor here too, and my eyes are terrible because I'm still seeing the border like on the right a little bit. Does that look okay? I think that looks fine. And you can hear like the little clicks and bullshit. God, I hate all this shit. All right, so let me just test everything. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, nearly 30 minutes of troubleshooting. All right, so let me start from the top. I wanted to start today and play 2 to 3 games depending on my energy levels and my mood. And my mood's sort of tanked now because of all these troubleshooting technical difficulties. But I'm gonna continue to play like a little bit of each of these games. They're 2023 releases. One of these is sort of controversial in terms of like, is it a 2023 game? And I'll explain like in a little bit. But we're gonna start with Onion Assault, and I'll talk about it a little bit as I start playing it. I'm at the end of it, so I'm about to finish this. Oh, where's my fucking... Oh, there it is. All right. I'd be thrilled if that resolved all my issues if I just had to like make a new source for the capture device. Or at least I know I can recreate it, I guess, if it fucks up again. Alright, so this is Onion Assault. It's from I think it's, what is it, Horberg Productions? This guy has made mostly 2D platformers, like action platformers, for a while now. He's had games back on the 3DS. I'm not sure if he made anything prior to the 3DS. But if you're familiar with like games like Gunman, what's it, Gunman Clive and Mech Extermination Force. He did like a beat 'em up on 3DS Switch as well. What the hell's its name? I haven't bought it yet. Should have bought it by now. But he usually makes like 2D sort of platformers, and this game is a very much Super Mario Bros. 2 inspired. And I also believe the developer is LGBT, so your main character is this like shirtless buff dude with just jeans and like work gloves, sort of like military crew style haircut. And I'm also I think he's from either like Germany or the UK. Yeah, shirtless farm. So it's funny you mentioned farmer. The main character, the story is really like there's not much of a story, but I also wonder if it has anything to do with like, and this is me just stretching. The game starts with you're picking onions at your onion farm, I think, and this sort of military unit, like soldiers in red with a tank, roll up to your farm. And I guess they're sort of invading your land, and you pick up your onions and you toss them at them, and you fight back. So like, I don't know. I know this developer, he's from like the UK or Germany. I don't know, or he's from that area of the world. So I don't know if this is like, I think he was working on this prior to like the whole Ukraine war situation, the Russia and Ukraine sort of conflict. But like I could not think about that when I started it up. You know what? Let me go to the title screen really quick, because I think I can delete. I'll just show you the start. So this is how it starts. Like, how can we not think about the shit that's going on right now? Kind of like Advance Wars sort of situation. When the game starts. Let's erase that file. Alright, so we are up to the last world. Yeah. So this is like pretty much like a straight up 2D platformer. And the gimmick of the game is you just pick up like onions and objects and weapons and like things on the ground, and you toss them at enemies, and it's just like a simple 2D platformer. But it's straight up like the Mario Bros. 2, like pick up the onion on the floor. You can even like ride enemies' heads, which is pretty cool. So you can just pick up everything. Oh, I guess I need to... Oop. And there's some of these coins are really hard to find too. There's 3 hidden coins in each level. Oh, that's cool. So there's some like fun ideas. Like I'm using these snowballs to create platforms in the lava. The snow makes the lava hard or whatever. There are 3 coins to collect, like 3 special coins to collect in every level. I have no idea what they do yet. They're tied to your, oop, there's one. They're tied to your like overall game completion percentage. And when you collect them, they stay collected, which is cool, so you don't have to, like... You don't have to collect them all in one shot or anything like that. But yeah, this is like pretty simple, chill 2D platformer. If you like the developer's other games, like Gunman Clive, like I said, there's like HD versions of them now on like every platform. Extermination Force. Super Something Punch is another one of the developer's games. Fuck. Oh, I didn't have to collect that. What am I doing? I already collected it. I just... I think some of the controls are like a little slippery though. Shit. It's not as like precise as I kind of would want it to be. Ah. Yeah, he does kind of look like Chris Redfield. I hope the ending's like really good. Cause like this character, like come on. Oh, this is tricky. I like this. Yeah, this game's got some decent idea. It's not just like a like a thoughtless platformer. Oh, that's the level. It's yeah, it's hard to describe. Floaty's probably a good word, but like it kind of has that like, see how like everything in the background's like bouncing? It sort of has like the new Super Mario Brothers, like all the flowers and the Koopas and the enemies are sort of like dancing in rhythm with the music and the like the art in the background. Like it has that going on with all like the kind of bouncy stage background stuff, but like there's no rhythm aspect to the game or anything like that. Hi-Fi Rush or anything. And I don't get like some of the theming of the levels. This isn't the first time there's been like a food like Candyland level. Like I don't really understand like some of the theming, but like why are we in like donut ice cream taffy land right now? Like I have no idea. But I like games like this. I like platformers. I like this developer. Oh my god. It's not easy either. And it's a short game just to add to my list. So I'll probably finish this like in a second. You can even pick up like the machines sometimes, or if you just like fuck them up, which is cool. I would describe maybe not so much floaty, it's slippery. This game's slippery. Fuck. Oh my god, that coin's gonna suck shit. And some of the coins are like, they're probably the hardest thing about this game. Like, they're not, even though you can collect them all like in order, and or if you collect them and die, they save, which is really nice. Some of them like require certain like things in the level to trigger them, even like killing an enemy or like finding a certain spot in the level. Hold on. All right. That was very uncomfortable. Alright, get the fuck out! That's cool. Yeah, there's like little neat stage gimmicks like every other level, which is nice. Like, it's not just the same thing over and over again. There's like some ideas. Oh, fuck. I think this developer's brother makes the music too. I could be wrong about that, but I think it's like a brother team where it's like mostly a one-man like solo developer makes these games or made this, but I think their sibling does the music. I could be wrong, but I remember reading about that somewhere. Yeah, I wasn't even looking at my health. I don't know what was going on there. Oh fuck, what's this shit? Cool. Oh no. That's tricky. That didn't seem that didn't seem right, but I'm just gonna keep it moving. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. This actually got like a little bit harder. Good level design, man. Get the fuck? Alright, I think I'm up to the last level, and I've collected everything. So just to double check. Got all of the gold onion coins. I don't know what's up with the pumpkins everywhere. Like, this is a normal, like, grasslands world. Like, World 1 kind of grasslands with, like, a Mario-style, like, little tower castle. And then it's like windmills, pumpkin field, straight into like ice cavern mountains, which is alright. But then it uses like it's like more ice, like Candyland, forest, and then like Pumpkin Valley. Like there's the only critique I would have is that like there's not much like theme to the worlds. It just seems like a collection of stages that like maybe they progressively the designer like made the difficulty of the levels first and then themed them. I'm curious at the approach because it just seems like a bunch of random assets thrown down. Like on the world map to like make a collection of worlds. It's like there's no theme to these worlds. Because then the next world just has more like candy levels and like pumpkin valleys. Like I don't know. My only that and some of the floatiness to the controls are like my only critique. But like the levels are short and sweet. There's fun little secret coins to collect. And throwing onions and picking them up out of the ground like Mario Bros 2 style feels pretty good. Ooh, big dude. He's got cool bosses, like mini bosses, and bosses are really cool in this game actually. I think there was a fire level. It was mixed in one of those mountains or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, my point is, you're gonna split your islands and your levels into worlds. So like stage 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Make like the first world all grassland valley levels, and then if you're gonna have a candy world, have like the second world be all candy with like variants and different ideas like level by level, but like keep the level theme the same until you're done with that world. That's like all I was kind of like I mean, that's how I would approach making something like this. But otherwise it just feels like a random collection of levels with no like thought in terms of like level placement. You notice when you throw like the bombs, or when they're like visual, or some of the what's it called, like visual effects, like these little bullets that this enemy's shooting, not only is it like lighting up the environment a little bit, you can see the light kind of like, I don't know what that's called, but the light is like reflecting on my character's head, and the walls are getting lit up by the shot. So there's like cool little details, little visual flares. This is such a cluster. Cool. There was a tank in that flower. That's so fucking funny. Oh, that feels cool. figured that would have been something. Yeah, like you can't. Can you just fall down straight? That sucks. Like jumping in and out is like really. You gotta like kind of commit to your jumps. It's not. Controls are definitely not like ideal. They're a little strange. Ooh, final boss though. Fuck it. I'm just gonna grab the coin and die. Alright, final boss, I think. Or presuming is the final boss. What? Oh. Cool, yeah. This is good. It's like a Nintendo, feels like a Nintendo boss. Something they would make on like one of their own games. Woo! No! Oh, the timing on that's like, what? I think I finished it. Wow. Yeah, Bertil Horberg. He's on Twitter. I follow him. Okay, so they had an art director, so someone different. I want to see if it's the same for composer, if it's Horberg. Bertil Horberg. There's an accent mark on that. Oh, I wonder if it's pronounced differently. Yeah, he made all the levels sound. No, Vile Hartman. Maybe not on this game. I swear he has a brother that did music or something. Oh no, there we go. Arnie Horberg. Never mind. Yeah, I think they're like a brother combo. That's cool. Or Arnie. This is the ending? Am I just gonna land back in my hammock? That'd be really cool. Ah! Oh, I love thank you for playing. They're like bait for posts, Twitter posts, completion posts. That's a full circle, complete little perfect game package. You get anything for 100%ing? Maybe there's another character? This character was always there. Is that it? Let me see. Is there anything like, So it's his mom. That's cute. I don't even think I read her name. It's Mama Lock and Pelly or Pell Lock. What does she do when you choose her? Or she just throws the onions as well? Yeah. You just play the same way? Yeah. Okay, just a really simple... It was an hour and a half to 100%. I'll just look around to see if there's any, like, secret level or something. Alright, cool. That was Onion Assault. I played, I started that off stream like a couple weeks ago to a month ago, and I was doing like a level or two a day, and I didn't want to like blast through it because I wanted to stream part of it. So I was saving my, I was playing it offline, and I got toward like the last world, and I'm like, you know what? I better try to stream this and talk about it before I finish it. Because that's in a 2023 2D platformer. I think it's on Switch and PC or Steam. Hour and a half to 100%. Not very challenging. The hardest thing about the game was collecting some of those coins. But the level designs were pretty clever, pretty creative. In terms of like what the game is. It was cheap. It was like $5, if not cheaper than that. I think it was $5 on Switch. Yeah, if you like Mario, if you like picking stuff up like you're playing Super Mario Brothers 2 on NES and like chucking things, it feels good, or that feels good. Controls are a little slippery. And it's just not a lot there, but yeah, well, I mean, it's a mostly like less than 10, like 1 to 10 people worked on that game. So, And I follow the guy on Twitter, and he seems, you know, it's mostly like a one-man show for the most part, so um it's like as indie as you get. All right, so this next game is called Trophy. I'm also towards the end of this, sort of. Gradual Games presents. I'm gonna let this play out. I'm not gonna read it. So this came out on Switch in 2023, but after doing some research, so I thought it was a new game that came out, but after doing some research, it came out in like 2020 or 2021. It's a couple of years old. I think it was originally on Xbox and PC. And I don't know why a Switch port came out so late, or why they ported. I mean, I know why they ported it, because like this is a platform for Mega Man like games, but that's what this is. This is a homebrew, like an official released homebrewed or homebrew NES games. And I don't really know. I know what homebrew games are, but I don't know them well enough. I don't know the scene well enough to say like what this is. But like for all it's essentially Mega Man. It feels like a you know, asset flip of Mega Man. I think that's probably like rude to call it something like that, but like it's like a not as good Mega Man game for like a variety of reasons, but it's not terrible. And there's something about it that I'm like drawn to, and then maybe it's like how Basement made it feels, like even more so than an indie. Like to me, homebrew games are true garage basement games, whereas indie games have become, depending on your level of like, you know, fame and success, like indie games have become, I mean, they're on the main stage of the Game Awards, but like this is truly like basement made, like, you know, like one person on their computer with like nothing. So, but I don't know the extent of like what's original or what's like what do you how much of a homebrew game, if it's based on like Mega Man like data, I don't understand like homebrew stuff at all. But what are you saying wow to? This ridiculous story, or oh yeah. Well, hold on, wait till you look at it. Oh, gotta bring up my... I gotta memorize my password. Hold on. When was my last... NYYFQ. That's password only. Well, I'm assuming on PC you can like save state probably, but on Switch and Xbox, you got to input the password manually. So, all right, you've got 4 or you have 8. I like passwords. I like using them when they're there too. You have 8 stages to choose from, and they're like bosses basically, but you have like pictures of the level instead of like the boss faces, so it's not quite Mega Man, but it is like straight up Mega Man. So the little thumbs up means I've finished the level. There's a secret or 2. There's some character upgrades. I've found 2 of them so far. Let's just go to this ice level. This is one I have to do. All right, tell me what this is then. What's original here? I mean, these enemy designs are original, but like... So I'm probably wrong. I bet all of this is like original. Ooh, secret. Health upgrade. So there's more than one. I thought there was only one maybe. Oh, my health. Oh, no, never mind. That's something different. Maybe that means my health is maxed out. So I don't know what homebrew means, so maybe I just need to educate myself more. Like, to me, it maybe means you made the game on, like, the original hardware, like an NES hardware. Because it does feel like a NES game more than, like, you know, a game that's inspired by NES games, so maybe that's what homebrew means. No, you can't charge, so you can't charge your weapon, and bosses don't give you any power-ups. You literally just have this, like, little, hand, like, blaster. Like this. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think it's very good. Like, it's Mega Man in spirit and style. And structure, but like the bosses don't give you power-ups. There are, so far I've found 2 max health life ups, so like the energy tanks or the life tanks from like Mega Man X games or whatever. And I found another upgrade that powered up my shot, so I have this like stronger shot. And if I take too many hits though, I go back to my normal shot. So like, but it doesn't do anything differently, it's just stronger. And my character turns gold, so it's like a permanent upgrade. So there's some like permanent upgrades, it's cool. The level designs aren't terrible. It's challenging, but not like overtly like difficult. Music's like decent. The story is like ridiculous, like not in a fun Mega Man way either. But so the bosses aren't like, you know, Water Man or Cyclone Man or Electricity Man or anything like that. They're not humanoid. They're just like kind of like big robot type things. So they, in a sense, they probably wouldn't give you a power because they're not like structured like, you know, I'm horseman and I shoot tornadoes out of my arm or whatever. So like, so the dragon bot. Right. Yes. So this is the boss. Look, it's like a snowblower like machine. So whatever. No, honestly, I bought this because I thought it was a 2023 like legit new sort of like Mega Man style homebrew like mega indie 2D platformer. And then I was like stupid and didn't do my research, and the game's been out for a couple years. So, but technically, like if you only own a Switch, this came out in 2023. So like you could argue this could go on someone's like 2023 Game of the Year list, and you can argue for its position, I think. This level looks nicer, at least. Yeah, well, so there's no PlayStation Network. There's no like PS4 or PS5 version, so there's no actual trophies. But on Xbox 360, it's a super easy 1,000 gamer score, and I don't know if it has Steam achievements or not. God. All right, there's my password. At least you can take quick pictures on the Switch. Yeah, if I like actually put some effort and learn how to again make a game. There's been a lot of games I've played so far this year that have made me go like, if I was like a, you know, a wannabe game designer and actually tried to make something beyond, like I've messed around with RPG Maker before in the past, making my own RPGs with my brother and such, which has like a very minor degree of programming, nothing like super complicated, but work. And I never like drew my own tiles or character sprites or anything. Like I'm not an artist at all. I wouldn't know. Oh my god. But this would be something I would like it if I knew how to like make tiles, like a tile set game. It could like understand how to make like a 2D Mega Man sort of game as one of my first games. Like I would probably make something like this too. Like growing up with Mega Man and Castlevania and Mario and Sonic, like a 2D platformer or like a Metroid like or a Mega Man like, those would be the types of games that I would start with. Just to get my, like, you know, feet wet and sort of have something I could, like, release. So, I understand the appeal of, like, making something like this. And again, whatever homebrew, hey, Solid Snake. Whatever, like, homebrew games entail. Like, I don't know, like, what's required to make something like this. What's the point of this? It also has like the really old school Mega Man thing, which I love this. You can farm like item drops by just going off the screen and coming back. Like I'll probably get some extra lives and my health back by doing this. Of course, it's not dropping anything. Oh my god. Maybe these enemies don't drop stuff. No! My god, it was so terrible. It's just the boss of the stealth level. It's a water level, and so far, like all of the bosses have been like machines or Oh, I like the pause. It flashes through different like kind of dark and light filters. Um, I'm gonna say it's either a giant crab, like a mechanized crab, or like a giant clam. Let's see. No, it was a seahorse. Oh, I hate these patterns. They're horrible. Oh my god. I don't like the enemy bullets either. They're like really hard to read. Like they just feel like a bunch of like little shitty pea shooters. Let's drop items so I can get some health back or This is a brute force boss. I'm not trying to figure out these patterns. These patterns are so weird. I don't even know if there is a pattern. Like if I stand really close, or does it track me? No, you could. Oh, but those things get in your way. But that seems like a better option, maybe. Oh, and the tail. No, they programmed it so like if you get too close, there's like a defense. The tail swipes at you too. Sucks. Yeah, I don't know why it's called trophy either. It's a bad, it's a really bad name. Like the pickup is literally like a trophy. which is weird, but God, this is like the worst boss. I'm so impatient with this. Like I don't feel like fighting this thing. There's also no health bars. Like come on, if you're gonna make a Mega Man style game, give your fucking bosses like a health bar. God. Knock back into fucking. Oh, if this game has the gauntlet, like the boss gauntlet, I'm gonna be really upset. I don't want to deal with that. That's fucking exhausting. Actually, I hope, if anything they don't take from Mega Man, hope there's no, like, Wily Castle gauntlet boss rush bullshit. For me. And it's interesting you can go back and forth on the screens, which is not something you can do in like a lot of the older Mega Man games. So that's interesting that they chose to do that, even though there's really no reason to. Alright, shitty seahorse time. I really hate this thing. This is my least favorite boss in the whole game. And it's the last level, last regular level. Maybe I just have to... No, if you wait, you're not gonna get any hits in, though. My God, this is miserable. Ugh. God, I forgot. I gotta turn off these annoying border. I hate that border. Shit, how do you... Oh God. I forgot how you do that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You know what? I'm so irritated. This is, oh my God. That was a border's so distracting. There's a pattern there. There's a corner pattern, but I don't like it. I don't feel like it's... No, I got it. It's stupid. Game still sucks. Maybe you gotta wait till it gets kinda... and wait for it to pass. It's not perfect, but... I just wish I knew how much health this thing had. Health was so needed, but oh my God. Oh my God. Terrible. Alright, last level. Q. It's Professor Q. It's sword and shield or forget. Let's just hope. Hope to God. This is not a boss rush final level. Well, it'd be really stupid if it was, because the whole point of the boss rush in Mega Man is to, like, know and have remembered and mastered the boss weaknesses, so you can plow through all of them, like, fairly, because you know you have all the weapons to, like, exploit their weaknesses. But, like, if it's just, like, regular ass... Oh, no, I don't like this. This room's giving me really bad. I'm about to see... about to see test tube shit with all the boss warps. God, I don't even care. I hate when you can't see below you. I would never make a 2D game. This was a problem in Moonrider, Vengeful Guardian, and what was the other 2D platformer I was playing this year? No, this is a blind fall. That's terrible. I'm surprised I made that. Oh, that's a shitty jump. Yikes, dude. Oh my god, I'm above these platforms. No! I hate this already. Really bad. I can't think of it. I was playing another 2D platformer. It was new this year, I think, and had the same issue where you at least should be able to like hold the controller down and look, see what's below you. You can get like a good view, so it's not just like falling through the abyss and guessing. Oh my god. What's the purpose of that that left side? That feels like it's a trick. Like there's something over there, like a secret or something. Wait, what? What is going on? Is this like not... What the fuck, dude? Shouldn't this screen be... It's just not concluding. There's nothing happening. And I was like kind of up in the rafters up there, like... Are you kidding me, dude? This isn't even like finishable. This game sucks. I wonder if because I went like an unintended way, it like totally borked the like the scripting of the level or something. Yeah, because I jumped all the way like off screen above and I was platforming on those platforms up there. So I guess I gotta do this the legit way to see if it even like the move location works. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Because you can jump above where you're supposed to be and still make it. The game's like locks out. That's horrible. I'm gonna pause trick this shit. You know what? I'm pause tricking this. This is old school Mega Man shit. Because I can't see what's below me. Oh, I want that one up. Please just be a... Oh. Like, just be the final boss. I want this to be over. And this pattern is ridiculous. They knew what they were doing here. This is some bullshit patterns. Alright. Final boss, please, just be a boss. Alright. It's like so Dr. Wily, are you kidding me? What are these bullet... Look at these bullet patterns. They're like fucking, like, taking a, like, piss, just like shitting diarrhea. Like, I can't make out any of this. Oh my. Garbage. This is the whole pattern. No way. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm pause tricking this because this is just garbage, dude. Oh my god, with like no health left, that better been it. There's no other form. That was so ridiculous. Gonna turn into something else. Yeah, I knew it. Oh my god. Alright, if I lose at this, I think I'm done streaming for the night. Did you ever... Sorry. Oh, I looked away for a second. You see how it helps though? Do you ever do this back in the day? This is like a legit... I did this as a kid for really hard NES games. A legit strategy. It's okay if you can't watch. Just... It's alright. This is a disaster anyway. This whole stream's been a disaster again anyway, so... Yeah, I'm sorry. There's no way I'm doing this otherwise, though. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. What? What is this pattern? You can't even keep up with that. Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up now. You know what, this game's... this is my biggest regret of 2023, gaming-wise, so far, was picking this up. I should have known better. Ugh. I hate this so much. I don't understand, like, this phase at all. I can't get, like, a bearings on this. I think I get it, but, ugh. I don't know if I have it in me. Maybe one more full try. I don't know. This is brutal. Are you kidding me? On that edge. Ugh. This is so painstakingly, like, obnoxiously designed. Like, it's challenging, but it's this is definitely, like, frustrating. Oh, I can't believe this is gonna fuck me up. I can't even get back to the boss. Diminishing returns time. I need to eat something. This is just not cooperating. Wonder if I can try to get some one-ups. Oh, another cycle? Oh, I'm screwed. I keep making mistakes. I just don't have this in me for tonight. This is just a lost cause. I thought I could finish this, but I didn't think it was going to be this hard. Just like a few more hits too. Oh, you can. Oh, wait a minute. You can walk in front of it. Oh, this is whatever then. Oh my god, this is so whatever. Well, let me not speak too soon. Please let that be it. Do I care to get? I don't know. I'm torn on that because I was like, this boss it landed a different way. Don't be another form. I can't take this. With Quinn's weapon destroyed and the transmission of his harmful computer script at an end, peace returns. The robots can now rebuild their Planck energy generator. Story's so stupid. All worlds owe a debt of gratitude to one courageous robot who gave its life so that Trophy could be born. Wow. Thanks a lot, Derek Andrews. Oh, it's another family game. Oh, this is actually ended up being a funny coincidence that the last game I played, Onion Assault, had two brothers, I think, I would assume. And this looks like a brother and sister, potentially? If they're two completely different people that have last names Andrews, then that's interesting. To another sibling? John and Meg Alsner? Alsner? Oh, and Will enjoy Decker. What is this, like a FAFSA fucking sibling game? I don't want to be mean. D-pad to change song? Oh, cool. Is this like a really true old NES game where you don't, it doesn't go back to the title screen or anything? So, anyway, I'll go over like the options, the few options the game does have. You do have borders. I don't like these kind of like fake TVs within a TV sort of borders. I think they're kind of uh, like just kind of trashy looking. And the game's title with the background art, like whatever. I like just to remove all the borders. And then the game manual. It's from this. What is this? I don't know if that's a developer. I'm assuming it's a developer. It's the 6502 Collective. I'm not reading all of that. That's the story that plays in the intro scene. But yeah, it's just like a super simple 2D platformer, run and jump and shoot. Thank you for purchasing the 8-bit legit game. Trophy is a brand new action adventure platformer. Blah blah blah. Oh, as with all of Gradual Games' 8-bit project, it was programmed from the ground up in 6502 assembly language, along with using custom tools developed by Andrews for the project. With over 10 years of I thought it took 10 years to make. With over 10 years of programming experience in 8-bit, Andrews blazes new territory in the homebrew scene, pushing the limits of the console. So I guess it's like a custom NES game. And yeah, there are outside of health drops and 1-up drops, which is like all Mega Man stuff. There was a fist upgrade that I collected that made my character gold and I think my attack stronger. But if you lose health, it's almost like the maybe it's not the whip in Castlevania. What am I thinking of? There's something in like an old school 2D platformer where like maybe it is the whip. Like the stronger power weapons that you have, if you take a hit, you kind of lose it. That's how that works. But it's a permanent upgrade. So like once you die or you get your health back, you become gold again and your attacks are worth more or whatever. And then there are max health upgrades like the life tanks, those little hearts at the bottom of the screen, or that big heart at the bottom. That increases your maximum health. And those stay with the password. So I found 2 health upgrades and the 1 fist. So I don't know if there's more than that. There are no guides from what I've seen online. Like I don't know what I don't know where people are talking about this game, if it's being talked about anywhere, but it's a homebrew game, so it's probably some corner of the internet or some forum that no one uses. I don't know. It's a game that's also again been out for a year or two, from my understanding, on probably PC platforms, and it was on Xbox. It came out on Xbox store pages. Like I was just playing it. It's on like Xbox Series X and S, so you can play it on there. Probably Xbox One as well, if you have like one of the older models. So it is on there as well. It's not on PlayStation platforms, but it came out on Switch in 2023. So that's why I thought it was new to 2023, but it's been out on other platforms in previous years. So one of those games that sort of skirts the line of like, is it a new game for the year or not? New to Switch owners, but that's it. And these are the stages, 9 action-packed stages. I am glad. I'm bummed that the levels are themed, which I appreciate, but the bosses are not like Mega Man style bosses. They're almost like machinery. Like the clown stage, like that clown tent in the upper left corner, it was just like a giant floating clown face. Like I don't know what the cool thing about Mega Man, and it's not, they don't show you this in the game usually, but if you read like most Mega Man games, they do have actual like legit lore about like, you know, the construction robots have to do with like, you know, making things and building, you know, factories or highways or whatever, like construction like objects, like the robots that are built for that, or like have some sort of like real world like societal purpose. Like there's cool ideas like that in Mega Man, and I think most Mega Man games attempt to like justify like the reason for the robots, but like this game is just like this. Well, I don't even think I could retell the story. Like it sounds like a humans found this robot inhabited planet, and they tried to take one of the robots back to Earth, to like, there was some robot war on Earth, and it made people like distrust, like, you know, not trust AI and I guess like, you know, robot constructed things. But one of the scientists like traveled to this robot planet, like stayed behind and ended up becoming evil for whatever reason, and then made all the robots on like the robot planet like turn bad or whatever. But like I don't know what this world is. I don't know what the purpose of these enemies are, or like these machines or any of this. So like, and the game's not telling me, and there's probably no like official writings for like, why is there like a clown level, like what was that snowblower machine in the ice level, like I don't know any of this stuff. Like none of it mattered, like none of it matters at all, like it doesn't mean anything. So I think that's disappointing, and I would have preferred the robot faces. Yeah, here they are, here are the bosses. So you have Mr. Magnet, Miss Spider, Mama Snowblower. Yeah, it was a snowblower. Unfriendly object, I guess it's like UFO. That's cute. Um, but like, is the magnet used to like pull up debris at like a construction yard? Like, I want to know stuff like that. Like, what's the purpose of a giant robot spider? Or like, is the mama snowblower like these consumer made snow blowing machines for like the robots on this planet that they can use to like, you know, take care of the snow in places in the world that snow. Like that's the kind of fun stuff I would come up with. Like, but I don't know, none of that's here. And the sprites aren't bad, but there's just it's hard to like. It's cool. It looks like there's yeah, there's some family member the family member game siblings game. Um, Planet Gearus 9. The name's kind of like whatever too. I don't know. I'm torn on it. I think it's cool. Uh, I'm I'm jealous of someone who can like actually make something like this and like release it on real platforms. So I think that's like novel and you know, kudos to like finishing a game and putting it out for people to buy. That's like completable. But um I just if I would get something this far, like if I would make a game and get this far with it, I feel like I would go like a little I would make sure the things that like this game's clearly inspired by Mega Man, and I would hope or I would think like if you would make something like this, you'd want to capture as much of that as you can, and it just feels like a bunch of like weird random ideas that are just thrown together, and it's just I don't know. I'm overthinking it clearly. That's what I do. So, all right, I guess I just got to go back to title screen. I don't think it matters. So, yeah, that's it for me. Um, I was gonna do Metroid Prime remastered. I played like maybe an hour of it so far, and I've played it to death back in the day on GameCube, and I bought the Wii trilogy and all that stuff. That game's like a masterpiece. It's a perfect game. It's honestly like a perfect game. There's nothing wrong with Metroid Prime. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I have a lot to say about it still, kind of like looking back on it, but maybe I'll save that for another time. My 2 to 3 game limit sort of boiled over uh, Onion Assault and Trophy. Or Trophy took me a little longer than I was expecting, but yeah, Onion Assault was cool. Cool 2D platformer. Super Mario Brothers 2, like picking up and throwing stuff feels good. Some fun secrets. Gunman Clive and Mech Extermination Force person, which those are cool little indie games as well. And this trophy, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not a big homebrew scene person. I'm not a big like I'm not like educated enough into like what goes into homebrew games. So um and like I said, I think there's an appeal to them because they do feel more basement made than something like Onion Assault. Like Onion Assault is a straight up indie game. There was like 1 to 10 people that worked on it. But it's from like someone who's fairly like known on like he was making the person who like made this game, like I said, made 3DS games and has been making like kind of bite-sized indie platformers for like at least 10-ish years now. So that's like a little more this is a little bit more established than something like Trophy or like whatever this was. So I think there's an appeal where like this is although these are both like indie and they fall in that same sort of like you know subgenre or whatever or market, but like this is a little bit more premium and established despite being independent, and this is like seriously garage basement made like I wouldn't want to make this game unless I was in a basement or unless I was in like a garage. Like that's the kind of game that it feels like. I don't mean that in like a negative way, like you're some basement dweller or something. Like it's just it feels garage made. Um, and maybe that's what the homebrew scene kind of is. That's like the appeal of it. It's like a second layer of independent gaming. But yeah, I don't know. It's not something there's things in Trophy that I like, but there's things that I would have changed if I was working on it. But then what the fuck do I know? I've never released a game. Maybe they didn't have the time or the budget to do what they wanted to do with it. So I don't know. All right. I've rambled enough. I'm tired and I'm hungry and I finished 2 games though, 2 more games for the year. I'm already up to I don't know what I'm up to. I think 16 now, surprisingly. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks, Keylock, for suggesting some of those fixes for my technical difficulties. And maybe I've finally fixed my streams. I don't know. I'll have to keep testing it to see. I figured out what to do with my camera now, so that's nice. But I'll have to test more or stream more to see if the game capture card footage with having the new source or remaking the source like fixed it permanently. I have no idea. So all right, that's it for me. I do want to. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. There's something I want to do Monday night if I have the energy for it. Um, After work late at night because it's the last day you can play a certain game that I'm not. Most people probably forgot about, but I wrote about it. I played a lot of it. I got the platinum in it, but you will no longer be able to play it as soon as February 28th, 11 p.m. Pacific time, I think. So I might want to do like a weird farewell stream for this particular game. And then it's another long work week for me, and I'm having as I'm told, a low risk surgery procedure next Friday or this coming Friday. So I will be out and gone for a while, probably. Yeah, it's bad. I'm just gonna. It is Babylon's Fall. Uh, I finished it. I got the platinum. I put 50 hours into it. I saw all the story quest lines. And I have words. I wrote a lot about it elsewhere on my blog and all that bullshit. But I wanted to do like a just kind of leave my have my thoughts and like footage of the game archived because no one will ever be able to see it or play it unless people have recordings of it because that's the day and age we live in where fucking live service games come out and are removed from like the universe in less than a year. That's where we're at right now. So um the game came out in what was it, early February or was it March? I don't know. That game technically wasn't even out for a full year, and it's closing, so or it's shutting down. That's pretty fucked up. But yeah, thanks Silent Snake for hanging out. Thanks Keylock if you're still there, or anyone else who popped in. But I will talk to you all later. All right, have a good weekend. Bye forever. See ya.